Picture this, a little red plane soars across your phone screen, the multiplier climbing higher and higher. One tap and you could turn 100 shillings into 10,000. It's thrilling, it's simple, it's Aviator. But in Kenya, this game isn't just a game, it's a digital trap that's hooked thousands of young people, draining their wallets, their dreams, and sometimes their will to keep going.
It has made several youths to be much focused on short-term solutions to their lives. They don't see into the future.
I'm here to tell you the story of how a seemingly harmless betting game became a silent epidemic, wrecking lives across Kenya. It's a tale of hope, heartbreak, and the fight to reclaim what has been lost. So buckle up, because this plane is about to take us on a wild ride. Let's start at the beginning. Gambling has long been a part of Kenyan life. You can think of lotteries, sports betting, or even a friendly wager on a Premier League match. But Aviator, which was created by a company known as Spribe in 2019, took things to a new level. Aviator is a crash game where you place a bet, watch a plane climb, and cash out before it flies away. It sounds easy, right? With a 97% return to player rate and multipliers that can hit 100 times, it's no wonder Kenyan youths were hooked faster than you can say the word M-Pesa. And when I say 97% return to player rate, I mean that for every 100 bob you spend, about 97 bob goes back to the players. So, unacheza ukijua, si ni kama sijapoteza sana, which makes it feel less risky. Lakini kumbe. And what of the 100 times multipliers? My friend, that means if you bet 10 shillings, you could get 1,000 bob just like that. Hapo sasa macho inafunguka. Heartbeat inaenda 180. You start thinking, leo ni leo. It's easy to see how tempting that is, especially for young people looking for quick cash. I mean, who doesn't want to get rich with one click? The smartest thing about this game is just how simple it is. No complicated rules, just timing and guts. And in a country where jobs are scarce and the dreams are big, Aviator promised a shortcut to success, much like the allure of traditional betting but with a digital twist. And that's where the Kenya story really begins, because behind every spin, there's a real person chasing a real dream. Let's start with Dismas Mutai, a 23-year-old student from Eldoret with big dreams of studying abroad. In early 2025, Dismas stumbled across Aviator on a betting app, dazzled by stories of friends who had turned small bets into thousands. He saw a chance to fund his master's degree in engineering at a UK university. With 2.8 million Kenyan shillings saved from his family's sacrifices and his part-time job, he placed his first bet, heart pounding as the plane soared. This is it, he thought, my ticket to a better life. But the plane crashed too soon and his bet kept failing. Over the weeks, he lost every shilling. His dreams of studying abroad shattered. I'm not okay, he later shared in a local interview. I will no longer pretend to be okay. I've fallen into a trap. Dismas wasn't alone. From university hostels to village betting shops, Aviator spread like a TikTok dance challenge. Social media buzzed with screenshots of big wins, fueled by influencers paid to make gambling look good. These influencers, often with millions of followers, post sleek videos on Instagram and YouTube, showing off flashy lifestyles, supposedly funded by games like Aviator. They are paid hefty commissions. Some earn hundreds of thousands of shillings monthly to promote sites like OneWinBet, drawing in young fans who dream of similar success.
KE, in betting platform. Ni genje, si ati nakaa genje, ni genje. Manpata? In betting platform. Unacheza na slow 10 shillings. Na pia kuna games kama Aviator na Jutex. Manpata?
But here is the catch. For every win posted online, there were countless losses nobody talked about. The game's probably fair algorithm ensures randomness. but it also means there's no strategy to guarantee a win. It's like chasing a plane you'll never catch, and it goes also to whether you are betting on football or a digital plane. By 2023, Aviator was a cultural phenomenon, with licensed casinos like Mozart and Paripesa offering welcome bonuses to lure new players, just as they do for sports betting. Influencers amplified the hype, but beneath the glitz, a darker story was unfolding. Meet a Kenyan man, a 28-year-old salaried worker from Nairobi, who ran a small grocery kiosk on the side. In mid-2024, he saw Aviator as his ticket to expanding his business and securing a better future for his young family. Inspired by a YouTube influencer's video, which was promising easy wins, he started betting 10,000 Kenyan shillings from his 130,000 Kenyan shillings monthly salary. One night, he won 50,000 Kenyan shillings, enough to buy new stock for his kiosk. But the thrill pulled him back, and by December 2024, he was losing 70,000 Kenyan shillings a month, draining his savings and racking up debts with loan apps. His kiosk collapsed after he was unable to pay suppliers, and his wife confronted him after finding out M-Pesa transaction to betting sites. "I thought I could control it," he told a local reporter, tears in his eyes. "Now my family can't eat and I've lost everything." His story echoes across Kenya. Reports from 2023 noted that Aviator's addictive design was hitting young men in higher learning institutions the hardest, with many losing rent, school fees, and even food money. A 20-year-old second year studying business at a private college in Nairobi saw his roommate lose his entire semester's rent on Aviator in late 2024. The roommate, swayed by TikTok videos of big wins, placed a bet of 30,000 Kenyan shillings meant for their shared apartment, hoping to double it for tuition. When the plane crashed, so did his plans. Evicted from their hostel, he had to crash on his friend's floor, sharing a single mattress in a cramped room. "We joked about it at first," the student recalled in a news interview. "But it's not funny when you are sleeping on the floor with no food. Not funny at all, unless you are the plane flying away with everyone's cash, or the influencer cashing in a check for promoting it." Social media posts capture the frustration. "You get into Aviator because you are broke, but you come out even more broke," said one user. Another called it a digital trap. "The addiction is real." Kenya's Ministry of Health recognized online gambling as a public health concern in 2025, linking games like Aviator and traditional betting to debt, depression, and even suicide. In April 2025, a story surfaced about a graduate from Baringo, a 26-year-old who had just landed a job as an accountant in Eldoret. Hoping to fly to the land of plenty, he borrowed 900 Kenyan shillings from a loan app in April 2025. He was convinced that Aviator's multipliers could clear his debts and buy him a car. In one desperate night, he placed bets of 101,000 Kenyan shillings twice, and then he placed another bet of 68,000 Kenyan shillings, watching the plane crash each time. By morning, his savings and loan were gone. Overwhelmed by shame and calls from creditors, he took his own life. His siblings shared the tragedy on social media, saying, "We buried him in our rural home in Baringo, broken by a game that promised wealth." These aren't just numbers. They are people's sons, daughters, and friends. Aviator's dopamine-driven design, with its quick rounds and near misses, keep players hooked, chasing losses, and a cycle that's harder to break, whether it's a slot machine or a crash game. Dr. Wanjiro, a Nairobi-based psychologist, sees the fallout firsthand. She says Aviator exploits psychological vulnerabilities just like traditional gambling. The near misses triggers the same reward as winning, making it hard to stop. Her young clients spiral into debt and isolation, some contemplating suicide. Social media posts in April 2025 called Aviator a silent epidemic, with users sharing stories of depression and family breakdowns. Some pointed fingers at influencers, accusing them of selling false dreams. One post read, "Gambling influencers have no soul, promoting Aviator while kids lose their school fees." A Kakamega businesswoman, a 35-year-old mother of two, running a small clothing stall, bet her shop's earning on Aviator on October 2024 after she was swayed by an influencer's promise to easy cash. She saw a TikTok video boasting of a 100,000 Kenyan shillings win from 1,000 Kenyan shillings bet and thought, this could double my stock. And so, she placed a bet of 60,000 Kenyan shillings off her entire savings, hoping to grow her business and pay her children's school fees. The plane crashed and her money vanished in seconds. Overwhelmed by debt and unable to restock her stall, she faced eviction from her market space. In despair, she took her own life, leaving her children with relatives, as confirmed by Kambiri area chief Caleb Natiri. She thought she could make quick money for her family. Now her community mourns, feeling the weight of her loss. She's not a failure. She's a victim of a system designed to keep players clicking, amplified by influencers who make gambling look like a lifestyle upgrade. And let's be honest, the only ones winning here are the plane, the bookies, and maybe the casino CEOs sipping cocktails in some offshore penthouse.
Hii ndege ya kuwa kwa simu imepotea na pesa zake karibu shilingi 60,000, ndiposa akanyamaza na mambo kama hayo yakamfikisha mahali ambapo amefika.
The Betting Control and Licensing Board regulates gambling in Kenya, but enforcement is tricky. Licensed platforms like OneWin operate legally, offering bonuses that pull in new players just as they do for sports betting. Yet, the human cost often goes unchecked, and influencers rarely face scrutiny for their role. But this isn't just a story of loss. It's all about resilience. Across Kenya, communities are fighting back and some voices are rising above the noise. Influencers like Cyprian Nyakundi and Amerix have taken to X to call out the gambling industry, especially Aviator. Cyprian, known for his no-holds-barred commentary, has slammed media houses for running gambling ads, and he has also accused influencers of profiting off misery. Gambling influencers have no soul. He posted this in April 2025, urging Kenyans to break the cycle. Amerix, a vocal advocate for personal discipline, has rallied his followers to shun Aviator, calling it a trap that preys on the desperate. Their posts have sparked a movement. Users like Iveka and Joseph have joined the fight, sharing stories of Aviator's devastation and pushing for regulation. And let's not forget the power of a good meme. Social media users have turned Aviator's pitfalls into viral jokes like Aviator, the only plane that crashes your bank account and your self-esteem. Humor aside, these conversations are sparking change thanks to voices like Nyakundi and Amerix for amplifying the call. Aviator may have taken off in Kenya, but it doesn't have to define our youth. This is a wake-up call for families, policymakers, and young people themselves. Set budgets, seek help, and question the influencers for pushing you to bet. No game is worth your future, whether it's a plane or a football match. Let's stop chasing planes and start chasing dreams. Kenyan youths are stronger than any crash. Together, we can ground this epidemic and soar to new heights. And maybe we'll learn how to leave the little red plane alone. Thanks for joining me on this journey. Now go chase something real. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe.
Wacha nikuambie, ikiwa kuna adui mkubwa anaadhiri watu saa hizi, ni mtu anaitwa Aviator. Hiyo kuwa pilot wa hiyo kitu ni shetani, na ni shetani na marafiki wake. Wacha nikuambie, rafiki yangu alituma pesa reserve. So kuna pahali walikuwa wameenda na mtu wake wa kazi, wakaona mang'ombe. Ng'ombe gapi? Ng'ombe 4. Na kila ng'ombe ilikuwa inauzwa average ya 120k. So the guy sent over 600k ziende zinunue hizo ng'ombe, waende walipe. So akatumia alitumia brother yake na mfanyikazi wake wa kazi, because already alikuwa ameenda wakanegotiate kila kitu. So hawa walikuwa tu wachukue hizo pesa waende So I guess brother yake yeye akaamua, wacha ni invest kidogo, ni invest shilingi 2 ni zae zangu, then nipeleke hizi zingine. Yani nikizikiza mimi nitabaki na faida. Alianza kuweka tu hivyo ng'ombe, pesa za wenyewe hivyo kwa Aviator. Kwa Aviator, ikiwa kuna adui mkubwa Kenya saa hizi anamaliza vijana, wazee na wamama, ni Aviator. Na serikali tafadhali, if there is a way mnaweza ondoa hii Aviator iende bali itoke, ni saa hizi. Kwa sababu wacha nikuambie, ile madhara hii Aviator inafanya, huyo jamaa pesa yake imeenda yote.